Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Dear John Show, Sunday, 26th of August 2018. Well, I pushed the button by mistake. Maybe it's a good job I did because I'm a minute over. What have we got for you this week? We have a lot for you this week, but first of all, Marna the Pre-Badger, I hope you're feeling well. And sorry you're not with us tonight, but we look forward to having you back next week. You just take care, my dear. We have Charlotte, myself, Nina and Christine, possibly Chris Edridge. So there will be a few of us here tonight anyway. Hello Chris Page, how are you? Lovely to see you there. Christine, lovely to see you there. Christine Barker, that is, guys. Hello Eva Marie, how are you? Tonight, let's see who's reading what for tonight. We'll start off with who's reading. Tonight Christine will be reading No Angels by Lynn Elliott, Mirrors of Perfection by Matthew Pollock, Could It Be Possible by Alexandra Rodriguez, I'm the Summer by Svanhild Lovely, The Widow by Daniel Zulu, Down Memory Lane by Sarala Balachandran, I Love Me Now by Angela Bontel Ditumiso, My Heart Knows You by Janice Fisher, I'm Not Without You by Sudha Dixit. Now, hello Wendy Rycroft, how are you? I'm going to be reading as well, haven't I? I have one from Laura Hughes, Happy Birthday in Heaven. Another one from the Reverend Bookman, Hank Buchman, from the Nightly Vigil of the Journals of the Reverend Bookman. I Love You by Teresa Ortega, and Alzheimer's, one of my own. Hello Alexandra, how are you? It's lovely to see you in. And Nina will be reading The Wandering by Shalini Singh, and Untitled by Catherine Pagano, Our Dreams by Anthony King, Living Artifacts of the Past by Amanda Elsie Zilstra, Urban Demise by Robin Mummery. Well, we've got quite a lot of poems coming up tonight, don't we? But I'm going to go to the bottom of my list first of all. I'm going to let's have what I was sent in by one of our members, and Beth Evans has sent me in two lovely little pieces for tonight, and I'm delighted with these, Beth. Thanks a million for sending them in to me. And the first one is called From My Brilliant Image by Hafez. That's Hafez. Right. These are like quotes and stuff, yeah? I wish I could show you, when you are lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being. Wouldn't it be great? Just people that really inspire us, and yet they're in the doldrums themselves. And we don't get that chance to show them the light they have within. It's absolutely unbelievable at times. But there you go. We got some of it. We did. We really got some of it. Now, the second one is New Every Morning by Susan Coolidge. Every day is a fresh beginning. Listen, my soul, to the glad refrain. And spite of old sorrow and older sinning, and puzzles forecasted and possible pain, take heart with the day and begin again. Sometimes we have to just swallow, deep breathe, and begin again. Each day should be seen as a new light. It really and truly should be. And I got one or two my son gave me to give out to you guys tonight as well. Jack sent me a few, and he's into sports big time. He loves his old sports. And this one is a little beauty. Here's a quote, and it's from a wrestler, believe it or not. They laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at them because they are the same. We're all different to each other. And we're all the same, in a sense. Aren't we just? And one he gave me, I've got to look for this one. It's a Bruce Lee one. Those who are unaware they are walking in darkness will never seek the light, which is very true. If you don't show someone the light, they can only walk in the dark. Now, what have I got for tonight? What else? I've got loads and loads and loads for tonight. But I'm not going to start with me. Show is all about you guys and your poetry, and it's time to bring yous in. And to bring yous in, I must bring this lady in. The poetry beautiful every week. Your words, Hello, Chris Edridge. It's lovely to see you in tonight.
Good evening, my dear.
Ian Barker, how are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
Absolutely.
Still not hearing perfectly, but we're getting there slowly.
Oh, lip read.
Sorry?
We'll do a lip read.
Yeah, we'll do a lip
Do it.
read. Yeah, that's a very good idea at the moment.
I'm not very good at giving the lip reads. I'm not very good at giving tips, you know. So I'll probably talk too
Don't,
fast.
don't worry about it. I can hear you most of the time. It's just the odd thing that slips by, but we're getting there slowly but surely.
That,
I hope, anyway.
that's all we need. How's your week been?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good actually. Yeah, I'm probably going to go back to work, I think, this week. I've been off until now with this problem with my ear, but I'm going to try and go back to work this week. So we'll see. We'll see what the doc says tomorrow. But yeah, it's a little bit difficult being a singing teacher when you can't hear properly. You know,
I would think so.
bit of a handicap, just a bit of a handicap.
Listen, we don't want another set of Spice Girls out there. Definitely
Oh yeah. Yeah, I thought you said Myra wasn't going to be with us this
no.
week.
Marna will be with us. She won't be on the show.
All right. Oh yeah.
Didn't think she'd be back in time. She didn't want to make a mess of it if she didn't get back in time.
I was just going to say I saw her name come up, so she is with us.
No, she's in the room with us. She did say she would
Yeah.
get into the room if she could, but she didn't
Yeah.
make it onto the show. We'll have her next week anyway.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it's Nina Teela's wedding anniversary today. I think. Just want to say hello.
Now,
Yeah.
is it? Good. He's a very patient man. I have to give him his credit. Andy, you're a very patient man.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to send love and say hello and all that, but probably you're doing that anyway,
No,
so
I'm
we'll
not.
see.
No, not you are. You're doing it right.
Right. Right now, happy anniversary, you guys. If you're listening, I know you are. I know Nina is anyway.
Happy.
Yeah. Hope you've had a lovely day.
Yes, on the Dear John show.
Yeah, on the Dear John show. That's exactly what I thought. She's spending her wedding anniversary on the Dear John show.
I give.
That is pretty sad, isn't it?
Isn't it really? It is absolutely terrible. Terrible. I can think of better
It really
places.
is.
Even Andy has said to me, "You have no idea, John." Now, I have a great imagination, but it doesn't stretch that far. No.
Exactly. Exactement. Yeah. They should be out having a wild party somewhere or a lovely romantic dinner.
But
And here she is.
she done that last night, Christine.
Yes,
Yeah.
I gathered that.
Street
Yeah.
partying last night, street partying.
Yeah, I know. Heavy stuff, heavy stuff.
Yes.
She'll probably come in her dark glasses tonight to read the poetry.
I will not be a little bit surprised.
To hide the hangover, yeah.
Oh dear, this could be trouble.
Yeah, could be. I was expecting some sort of trouble tonight. Oh yes, after a party night.
Oh, absolutely, definitely. I thought she was going to fall
Yeah.
asleep 2 hours ago, but we're lucky. She's got the matchsticks. She stayed awake.
Good. I'm glad. That's good. So we'll see you later, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, hope it was a lovely party, darling. Hope you had fun. Lots of fun.
Oh yes, I've got a few stacked up for you for next week already.
Oh, have you? Right. Yeah. Right. Shall we get going then with the poetry?
Yeah, do you think we should?
Yeah. I
go on
think we
then.
should.
Yeah, go on.
Right. I thought I'd start with one from Alexandra Rodriguez, which is called "Could It Be Possible?" I find it sometimes a little bit difficult to read Alexandra's work because of the way she forms her sentences, what we call in German Satzstellung, the order of the sentence. And what she very often does in her poetry, which of course she writes in English, she puts the verb at the end in a lot of her sentences, which is very typically German. The German language has the verb at the end of a sentence, and Alexandra, you'll hear, she does this. Is very much part of her style.
Yeah,
all the time,
pretty much, yeah.
which sometimes confuses my brain because it's in English, obviously, and I expect the verb to be in a different place. So I do stutter sometimes when I'm reading Alexandra's stuff, but I hope I'll do it justice, Alexandra. It's called "Could It Be Possible?" And it's very recent. She's written it in August, so it's a very, very recent poem, August this year. So here we go. Alexandra Rodriguez, "Could It Be Possible?" The sun sets after a damp and murky day. Tomorrow it will be friendlier, they say. Already this evening, in a colourful cloudy mix, nature works diligently our dull mood to fix. Now picture the air flowing in a hue of blue, quite dark, so you need lights for all you do, with the sky snow white and the grounds red. To look up blinds, oceans a tint of purple get. Hybrid cars lift above us and driverless run. Kids by robots to the moon take joy rides for fun. Flowers no longer bloom, no trees will grow. Poisonous algae into square, waterless vases go. If we this as image of eternity do see, would we in such environment happy be? Food substituted by pills, black and green, is a steady substance for survival seen. There will be no challenge, no work to do, nothing to look forward to, nothing ever new. Will we still be able, and if so, what, feel, when forever and forever has become the deal? I hope instead for a dimension where all is bright, a place that provides equals to day and night, where challenges and interests us await. Now all is still guesswork. What will be our fate?
I love it. Absolutely love it. And that's
Yeah.
with the verb being at the end and
Uh,
the way the words run. I found this with Alexandra's poetry a long time back.
yeah.
But it's so,
It's very much part of her style,
it seems
isn't it?
so different. It is so interesting to read.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
well, you will read it once,
But
twice, or three times to get the gist of. But it's not
yeah.
to the verb being in the right place when you get used to it.
Yeah, yeah, it's just, as I say, it's so German, and she is a German lady, so it's obviously become part of her style in her English writing as well. And I thought that was quite fascinating that maybe people hadn't kind of noticed it, and I thought just point it out, as a little observation.
Oh, I noticed that.
Yeah,
I said it. I think I said it to Nina a couple of months back when
yeah,
I had Alexandra on the show, and I said to her, I said, "You got to read this lady's work because it's different in the way it's presented
yeah,
and it's present,
yeah,
and it is, but it still says the same as any other poem.
yeah,
It's not
yeah.
different.
You'll find that style sometimes in older English work as well, that they will put the verb a bit later in the sentence. But as I say, it is so typical of the German language that I thought it might be interesting for the listeners to point that out.
When I read it, I thought of the song that was brought out years ago in the year 2525. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And we would have flying cars and we would have little pills for food and everything else.
yeah,
The more you look back, the more you think they are very, very omen like things
yeah,
because the change
yeah,
in technology and everything else are really moving in those kind of
yeah,
directions so fast.
yeah,
So
yeah.
fast, it's unbelievable.
It is. Yeah,
Just
it
got
really is.
hello to Diane Borges. Diane is in. Hi, Diane. Here every week with us.
Yeah, lovely. Hello, Diane. Hello, Ava Marie. I'm seeing Wendy Rycroft here as well, and
Yes,
a couple of other
there.
names. Yeah, and lots of people. Yeah, Alexandra's there. That's good. She's there. Hope you got in time to hear your poem, Alexandra.
She just has.
Yeah, yeah. Right, the next one I've got is called Down the Memory Lane,
Yeah.
and it's from Sarala Bachaclandran. This is a lovely poem, a rather sort of idealistic reminiscence of young love. And she mentions a tree in this that I'd never heard of. It's something called the Gulmohor tree. I looked it up on the internet. The Latin name is the Delanix regia. And this is found in India and tropical and subtropical countries, but originated apparently in Madagascar. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful flowering tree with gorgeous red flowers. And apparently some people often call it the flame of the woods or the flame of the forest. And if you look it up online, you'll see what a gorgeous tree it is. Absolutely stunning with bright red flowers. So, it always makes me think of sort of India and places like that. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So that you'll see the name comes in the poem. So this is Down the Memory Lane from Sarala Balachandran. I don't know, is she Indian? Do we know if she's Indian or?
Yes.
She is, yeah, yeah. I've got three, I think, tonight, Indian poets. So yeah. So here we go, Down the Memory Lane. Will you walk with me down the memory lane when you and me dreamt of a lover's paradise years back, but you slipped away through the sands of time, leaving me lonely and broken-hearted? Still I carried on loving you in my heart, spreading sweet aroma of eternal love. Come, my love, let's walk down the memory lane, that wonderful path where orange, crimson, red leaves play hide and seek. We sit and chat for a while, which blossomed, reminiscing our teenage love, which blossomed under a gulmohur tree far away. The night is young, and we have enough time to bare our hearts. Come, let's walk down the memory lane.
Beautiful walk down memory lane. I got that one from Sarala during the week. I found it on one of the group pages, and wow, love it.
Very nice.
Brought me back to the day. Except we didn't have one of those trees, of course, because we didn't.
No, you didn't. We certainly don't. Yeah, but
in Ireland,
it is
topical.
very green in Ireland, I should imagine, but this is absolutely scarlet red, the tree. It's absolutely beautiful. It really is.
Wow.
So stunning. So very interesting for me to find that, because I'd never know what it was, so looked it up. And the next two that I'm going to read are also Indian poets, and it's so fascinating to me. The feminine culture is so different from ours in India and in Asia, of course, and places like that. And I find their femininity very interesting, and their attitude of servitude, perhaps, towards men, is quite different from this emancipated Western world that we live in. So and I do find their poems very flowery, very fragrant. So this one's called "I'm the Summer," and it's by a lady whose name I just love, Svanhild Lovely. It's just such a beautiful name, Svanhild Lovely. The poem is "I'm the Summer." Yeah. I'm the summer, caressing your hair, a soft, hot wind. I'm the white oxeye daisy, the bluebell, the red clover in the fragrant flower garden. I'm the newborn June morning and a happy evening moon. Imagine children playing outside in the late night, laughing. They refuse to sleep because the summer night is bright and full of joy and unexplored adventures. Good friends sitting in the garden, talking and sipping wine. I am the summer, the mild wind, the beautiful wild flowers, which creates the infinite magical memories, the special moments the summer contains. I'm the summer.
Isn't it lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yes. Oh, Svanhild, thank you. Definitely. Again, another one I just seen the other night that was on the paste board, and thought, I'll ask Svanhild, can I have this one?
Yeah.
My news feed has gone into a draconian working setting. It's a lot of people I could see for a lot of time. I don't see anymore. It's not coming through my news feed.
It's the same as with me, actually. I think they've changed something again. They're always messing about with stuff, aren't they? They can't leave anything alone.
Back some of the feed you already have, and it does my head in, because a lot of people that I've written with and been in groups with, I have no longer got any access to their poetry. So I would love to bring them forward on the show. But I don't know where the poetry is, and some of the groups that we were in together, I've left because I was in too many.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? Yeah, they mess things about so that you can't get the information you want.
Well, they done it to us again on last week's show. We had a great turnout, over 600, and a lot of reach as well. Nearly 3,000 in reach we got in the show. And now they've taken the video down.
Yeah,
the video was gone.
I read it. I read about it.
No explanation.
Did they actually inform you that they were going to do that?
All I got was on where I had a video posted on my own poetry page was, this attachment is unavailable. This video may have been removed or something else. And I thought, but why? What was it that was removable? What is going on? But like we said, it's a new day, it's a new video. We start and we go forward. But it's terrible.
We do.
Who would like to look back at or whatever. They don't have that opportunity now, because Facebook has just done got
Yeah.
away with it, you know. It's just wrong. Absolutely wrong. There's no conversation on
There's nothing in the content that could have offended anyone, was there?
no.
So,
And even if they
no.
thought there was, they should have come and spoke to somebody.
Yeah, they should have at least informed you it's your show, you
Yeah,
know,
but
so.
had a complaint. We don't agree with such and such a thing. Fine, it's your platform. We'll discuss.
Yeah,
But when you just take it away, it becomes dictatorial. Then it's no longer a free platform. It's a platform with
exactly.
their rules only, and that's Facebook. We can't do that. We got to work
No.
together. Or it doesn't work whatsoever. It really and truly doesn't.
Yeah,
Just horrified.
yeah.
That's 6 videos we've lost to Facebook with no explanation.
6?
6. We lost 5. March 1, April 3, and May. Sorry, March we lost 1. April we lost 2. I think it was. We
Oh,
lost them in May and we lost in June.
oh, I thought we'd only lost the one. I just read it on Facebook this evening and thought, oh gosh, from last week or whatever. I didn't realise you'd lost so
Yeah,
many.
we lost 6. We lost the one that we had with Hank Buchanan on. That one, that
Oh,
one was honest to God, it's one of the best videos we've had. And that one,
yeah.
that disappeared. No reason on that. Now, some fair play to Nina. She did query it. But Facebook come back with that great animated robotic response. Thank you for giving us your complaint. We will, and nothing happens, of course.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, we've lost. We've lost. That was the 6th video we have lost. But as Nina has just said, a message to us on the screen with the YouTube channel that definitely everyone as soon as it's done will go across to the YouTube channel. Once it's on YouTube, YouTube do not delete videos. Yeah, they will tell you to take your video down, but they will not delete your video unless it's
All right.
really shameful or whatever. Yeah, but for what we
Yeah.
do, your video would never be removed. So on the
So does it automatically go to YouTube then, this one?
Nina has to download it and then upload it to YouTube. Yeah.
Oh
So she
gosh,
has to
yeah.
do the whole process. It takes hours. That's the only problem. It takes hours to do the
Oh
upload
God.
and download, yeah, and to put it over. And it's absolutely crazy. It's so unfair that we have to suffer
Yeah.
for their what you may call it, their rules and regulations. That they
Yeah.
clear. There's no clarity in the rules and regulations that they lay down for us. There's no clarity whatsoever. But to
Oh.
just remove something and not speak to the maker of the video, anybody connected with it, it's just
Wonder whether it's anything to do with time, that it takes up too much time or too much space in ether or whatever. I don't
taken
know.
down last week wasn't even as long as the one Hank Buchanan's one was.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or some of the ones we have 2 videos there that are 28 shares. The other one has something like 17 shares. They have hundreds and up to 1,600 views,
Viewers,
and
yeah,
they're still
yeah,
there. They're still
yeah.
there, so it can't be time. It's definitely not time.
No, don't
Yeah,
know.
but I think
Don't
we've
know.
got a 3-hour time limit anyway on the show.
Yeah.
I'm just really, really annoyed with Facebook for doing what they done. No
Yeah.
concern to
Yeah.
discuss the incident or what they seen was wrong or what happened. No information
Yeah.
whatsoever. No, that's
That's sad, isn't it? It's not good, not a good service in that
no, it's
sense.
not.
No.
It's not a service at all. There's no service in
Mm.
that. I mean, God. Well, we have to watch me call it the who have I just seen going through? Ah, look who I've missed. Annette Nasser. How are you, Annette? Annette has a brilliant cookery group on
All right.
yeah,
Okay.
Mimi at my table or something. I think it's called MIMI.
Oh, sounds good.
Oh, some of the recipes that go up there, Christine. I swear to God, you're on a lifetime feast, and that
Oh, lovely.
all happened from her mum's cooking and recipes from her mum. But they're not just hers. She has a group of people that will put recipes from around the world in there.
Lovely.
Wow, yeah. Oh, some of them are absolutely lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, I love to cook. I cook every single day. I love just for myself. I love to cook. So
Oh,
I've got loads of recipe books. I read a lot of them.
look it up. MIMI at my table. Yes.
Okay, I will do. Thank
Do a
you.
Facebook search, and you'll see Annette's thing come up. I think you answer 2 or 3 questions if you want to go into the group and have a look at some of the stuff that's in there. But really and truly, couldn't say anything bad about it, even if I tried. It's a beautiful group, and the people are lovely in there, and it's
Lovely.
willing to share the recipes. There's nothing that you won't get to know about. Brilliant.
Mm. Super. Sounds good. I'll look it up. Definitely. Thank you. Thanks for the tip. So, shall we go again? Shall I
Go
go back
on,
to the
jump in there, Chris.
another Indian, just to change the subject as we
Do
do?
the dick.
This is another one from Sudha Dixit, another Indian poet, and this one is called Not Without You. I keep awake whole night. I keep touching my cell phone. I don't want to miss your call. I'm all ears for the ringtone. I fancy you. I dream of you. I wish that every moment I should be there always, my love, whenever you are present. Your magical words stir me and make my heart beat faster. Listening to your sophisticated talk, I feel I'm hearing the master. Your voice has a lyrical quality. In its melody, I am lost. It's the kind of charismatic music that I love and enjoy the most. Whatever you do fascinates me. Wish to be part of everything that's you. I don't want to live in a moment, even in paradise, if it is without you.
It's lovely, that is, isn't it?
So sweet, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
very.
God forgive me for inventing cell phones.
Don't we just love to hate them?
Oh, you do. Years ago when you didn't have them, the missus would ring you at the pub, but she'd have to ring the pub, and the barman would say, "No, he's not here." Now you have a cell phone. Once you answer, I know where you are. I just know where you are.
Yeah, yeah, it's terrible,
It is
isn't it?
awful, absolutely awful.
I find it so sad that people are unable to turn them off. I mean, I'm one of these people. If I don't want to be available, my phone is off. You just will not get me, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, and some people are just so obsessed. There's just been a report on the news here that 10 children have drowned in the lakes and the pools, swimming pools, little children, because their parents were actually on the cell phones while the
yes,
children were swimming. You know, and you just can't believe it, can you?
it
That
is
why would you take your cell phone to a swimming pool?
exactly. First thing to tell you is don't have it near water.
Yeah,
Much water. You might as well swim in the
you
sea.
know, or
God,
if you're going down to the lake for a beautiful walk and a swim in the lake, you know, what do you take your cell phone for? Just go and enjoy the beautiful
enjoy.
scenery and
I'm
have a
just,
good swim, and you know.
it's a few hours, Christine. A few hours of 52 weeks in the year. Do you know what I mean? Surely to God we can do without them for a few hours. But
I just don't get it. I don't get the fascination with them. You know,
no,
I was on my bicycle the other day, actually on the pavement, because sometimes you have cycle paths here.
yeah,
Most of the way you have cycle paths, which is very good, and they're sort of on the pavement rather than on the roads, and they're designated areas for cyclists. And this guy was just sitting with his head in his phone. You know, I was ringing my bell to let him know I was coming because he was wandering into the cycle path. You know, I slowed down, I rang the bell, I rang the bell, I rang the bell. He just didn't hear it. He was in a world of his own. You know,
oblivious. Absolutely.
completely oblivious. Yeah. You know, so I had to get off my bike. You know, just stop so that I didn't hit him.
Yeah, you should
And
have
just
gone through him. He was in your area. Straight- I
yeah, he
would have.
was. Yeah,
I'd rang him,
very yeah.
but they just drove through him. Then that would have been the end of that.
Most people do, but I was a
But
bit too nice for that. But I
but
just looked at him, you know, in the eyes. He just looked straight at me and then looked back down at his phone and carried on, you know, as if I was some sort of zombie from another world, you know.
maybe he was
Very.
buying something from Armani or something. He was really distracted. Hello, Paul Griffiths. Nice to see you in too, Paul.
Oh, it's Paul
Paul
there. Hey, good.
is, yes.
Yeah.
Paul is in.
Mm. I was listening to this very funny report on BBC Radio this morning about talking of Paul about accents in Britain. You know, the various colloquial accents that we have everywhere, and I love all this. I love all the accents. I mean, some of them I find pretty, some of them I find ugly, but fantastic the diversity. And this was about they were just doing a report from the BBC about things like Siri or these robotic voices that you have on your cell phones. You know, and they tried it out on people with accents. Siri just didn't get it. You know, she just didn't get the lingo at all. You know, the robot could not respond to a Liverpudlian accent or a Geordie accent. It
We
just didn't know what it was
we had
talking about.
from Wigan do a
It's
talk
very funny.
Siri. And I mean, I thought Siri was going to blow up. I thought she was just going to absolutely
It's so funny, isn't it?
no idea what he was talking about. Oh my
No, yeah, it was quite a funny report actually. But I mean, I just never, I personally don't use these things at all. They just drive me mad. But
Oh,
the fact that it was so funny that they couldn't understand the accents.
I am very naughty on Siri at times.
Are you all right? Okay.
I am. I ask Siri the questions that you shouldn't ask Siri.
Uh-huh.
But I don't mean like that bad. But I do. I'll ask her scientific questions and disagree with her answers and everything else. And she can get a bit shorty, you know.
Oh, can she? Right. Okay.
She can just switch you off. You can just have a no more to you. She blocked me out for an hour one night. I was telling Nina an hour one night she shut me off for. She wouldn't answer any of my questions. And I call her, hey Siri, nothing, nothing, nothing. And
She was peeved.
I apologise to Siri. Siri, I'm sorry if I upset you. And about 2 minutes later, Siri comes back to life. So I've never turned her back on again. She switched off whatever now.
Mad. Mad. We'll spend our lives in the future talking to robots. Oh my God, where's it
Those
going?
guys with sunglasses and black coats coming around to me, you know, just in case.
Weird world we live in. It really is. Right, let's get back to poetry. From the ridiculous to the sublime, yes? Here we go. This is another one from a lady called Angela B. Ditamiso.
Ditamiso, Ditamiso, yeah.
Angela Bontel Ditamiso, that's correct, yeah. And the poem is called I Love Me Now. And it's a wonderful observation of human development through puberty to adulthood, simply finding oneself along life's poetry path,
Yeah.
which is quite interesting. So I love me now. I've been shedding skin ever since I was a little girl, losing my identity every now and then. By the age of 10, I had been introduced to several instances of myself. I felt like a figure without a face. I changed shape, but never my name, though of course new names kept piling up as I grew. Every time I thought I'd figured myself out, a stranger would come and give me a push. A friend would be possessed by a fiend and hit me. My teacher would bash my head with a duster, and just like that, I would lose myself over again. I had a lot of names attached to my skin, but I identified more with stranger, a name they never gave me, because even my birth name became too painful for me to taste. They say the sky goes pitch black before it explodes with the deafening light, but I waited more than a decade to see the light. It is me. Was I too blind to see it shine brightly? Why did the night stretch for that long? More than 10 years of night. All I ever did was grope. I was in the middle of nowhere, even lost hope of ever coming home to my soul. I walked through a thick forest in search of myself.
Sorry, Christine. I'm running out of. Am I frozen?
Sorry, you're crackling like mad at the moment.
Sorry, I've got to put the bloody well charger there, and I can't find it.
Oh, right, you might be back now.
I'm
Yes.
back now. I can't get the charger in.
Oh dear.
I don't believe this. Try this. I think that's it now, Christine. I hope it is. We nearly went
You done?
off. Yeah, it was the charger. I'd run down out of battery without realising.
Oh dear.
We're back.
You ought to plug it in before you start, John.
Hey, I know.
I'll go back a bit.
Go on then.
Okay, I'll go back a little touch because I'm in the middle of it now, so I'll go back a little touch. I was in the middle of nowhere, even lost hope of ever coming home to my soul. I walked through a thick forest in search of myself. Everyone too consumed, I had to be my own search party. Night and day, it was all the same. There were times I would stare at a field of water, but not once did I see my reflection. Was I a ghost? Did I die? Was I in hell? Purgatory, maybe. The first time I saw myself, was in words. The first time I saw my face was in the word poetry. Ever since then, I've been digging deep. I exploit words like in a quarry. I scrawl like I'm in a hurry. Poem upon poem, I keep finding myself. I love me now, words I never thought I would utter. Listen to my heart flutter. I'm going to keep digging deeper until I'm face to face with my soul, until I'm consumed by words I will write, until I become a poem.
My God, that's
It's interesting.
Angela, you become more than a poem in this piece. Absolutely, it's absolutely.
Yeah, it's great.
Seen this one the other night, and again on one of the poetry pages that I haven't been on for months and months and months. I just popped in, and I seen this one on. It came up in notifications because Angela and myself are on friends list, and it came up that she had posted in the particular poem group. I went over to have a look, and I thought I've got to have this one for Sunday. It is different to what some of the genres we actually read, and I think that was just brilliant.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
It was very interesting. Yeah.
happened in our own school days and everything. And there's so much in it. Really brilliant.
Yeah, I thought so too. Loved it.
Really enjoyed that one. You've read that one beautifully. Nice one, Christine. Thank you.
Yeah, I loved it. I enjoyed reading it too. Very nice poem. Pity we got broken off in the middle with crackles and scrunches.
Because I couldn't get the charger to go into that little tiny hole in the bottom of the phone.
Can you not do it just before you go on air?
I did, and the problem was I took it back out.
There's no helping you, is there, darling? You're a lost case.
Do you know what? I was just going to say to you then, we have two comedians in the audience. Now I've got one on the camera with me. Read as they said, it's consistent. There's going to be a mess up. John is going to really do it without any mistakes at all.
Consistently inconsistent, yeah. You're a 1.5, John. You really are. You're a 1.5.
God, I put the fear in me and me.
I'm sure you do. Okay, here's another one. This one speaks for itself. This is from a gentleman, Matthew Pollock, and it's called Mirrors of Perfection. Imagine a world. We all had one face, like shadows cast, just one single race. Clothing all white, no branding taste, judged by our words, spoken with grace. Imagine a world where feelings were art, echoing messages, such a good start. Food now all shared, each playing a part, embracing friends, just using our heart. Imagine a world where trust is a given, mistakes now lessons, no caring for others, our selfless vision, talking in turns while the others listen. Now take a glance, your eyes self-reflect. Is this your dream? What do you expect? Mirrors of perfection, a collective deflect, words into actions, now earning respect.
Oh, yeah. Do you know when I
That's brilliant, isn't it? That's brilliant.
First read it, Christine, I thought of, do you remember the John Lennon number, Imagine?
Yes, of course, yeah.
And again, listening to the one that Matthew has put together, we use these phrases like, imagine we this, imagine we that. When are we ever going to get around to stopping imagining and just doing it?
Doing, yes. Wouldn't it be lovely?
If it's not working,
spreading more love in the world.
Do it the opposite way. It's a world of opposites, isn't it? It's a total world of opposites. So if it's not working one way, it must work the opposite way. I mean, is it really that hard, or do we just make it that hard? Crazy.
Well, I think people make it that hard. You know, people are afraid of love. I think as well, afraid to be kind and gentle and respect. You know, a lot of respect. Sad, very sad.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt. But that was again, Matt's highlighted a lot of things, a lot of thought provoking piece, that we can
great piece.
Look at,
Great piece. I liked it very much. Yeah, and now I've got a new lady for you. This is a lady called Lynn Elliott, and she's written a piece called No Angels. It's quite short, it's very short, but biting, a little bit biting, just with a bit of a bitter taste to it.
Yeah.
So this is from Lynn Elliott, a new lady. No Angels. So many times I've been left for dead, left where no angel would dare to tread. But I'm still here, and I'm still strong. I'll see you soon, it won't be long. Someone needs to face you down. That someone's me, the time, right now. You've had your fun, you did all you could. When I'm done with you, you'll be done for good. So say your prayers, say your goodbyes. You have spread the last of your lies.
Yeah. I wonder who it is she's gunning for.
Don't know.
Wow.
Don't know.
Whoever it is.
Sting in the tail in that one, isn't there?
It's better be covered in Tefal.
Yeah, liked it though. Thought it was good. Very good. Yeah.
The poem that, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the first time she's been on the show, I think.
It is, yeah.
isn't
The
it?
first time Lynn has been on. Yeah, it's the first read.
Is she with us tonight?
I haven't
Do you
seen
know?
them in, no.
Mm.
I haven't seen.
Well, maybe if Facebook don't cut it off, she'll be able to listen to the recording.
It'll come and listen to it again, yeah. I'll have to make sure I get the postage off the Facebook earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I suppose those ones that are lost are irretrievable as well, are they?
Yeah, we can't get them back. Once they're gone, yeah. They're finished.
Oh, what a shame.
It's
Yeah.
historical.
Yeah.
I mean, why don't they put them into something like an incubation, an archive or something until...
Well, couldn't they do them in SoundCloud or something like that, where they would stay? I don't
But
know.
they'll stay on YouTube. Once we change them over to YouTube, they'll
Yeah.
YouTube. They won't go anywhere. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Facebook do delete the video on Facebook. It can only be deleted on Facebook. It
Yeah.
can be deleted on...
But it means a lot of work for the person who's having to do all the downloading
Poor-
and stuff. doesn't
Poor
it?
Nina. Well, we're all right. She's resigned now. She's just put up there. I resign.
I was going to say she's
She's
leaving.
She's resigned from anything to do with Mr. Kavanagh.
Absolutely. Quite agree. Especially on your wedding anniversary.
Yes, exactly. Good God Almighty. How could you leave me on this night?
How could she be with you on this night?
No consent.
What's she doing here tonight?
I don't understand. I need help.
Yes, you do. You need help. We do our best with you, John, but I think there's no getting away with it.
I don't.
You're just a chaos. Chaotic pure, but never mind. We love you for it. So,
Oh, good.
so here's a nice little love poem for you now from Janice Fisher, and this one's called "My Heart Knows You." As I look at you, my eyes speak more eloquently from my heart than any words could express. It's a sustenance within my heart, like a soft embrace from my soul. It awakens embers of passion deep within me. But to love me, you must love us too. We are memories of time. You hold the key that fits my heart, like two souls in living harmony. So let's dance with our hearts, shine our eyes through heart and soul, kiss with our souls, stir the embers deep within. Be alive in us.
Janice has lovely little love poems. Absolutely wonderful little love poems. And I like...
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
But one day you get one and the next day you might get three. You know, so you've got enough to keep your week going, kind of stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
Little pieces.
Does she write principally love poetry then? Is that her main genre?
As far as I can...
Yes, it is mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my main one as well, definitely. Yeah.
I don't like writing
So,
poetry, mate.
you don't like
I
what?
don't like writing love poetry.
Oh no, I've noticed. You've written a lot of it. You're a sentimental old softie, which is lovely.
I get too caught up in it, Christine. I really do. too caught up in it.
Not at all. It's lovely, lovely quality. Don't lose it.
No, I can't find it at the minute. It's mislaid. Chaos Kavanagh. Thank you very much, Mrs. Tilo.
Yeah, that's what I said you were, Chaos Kavanagh. Yeah, exactly.
That's
Chaos,
gonna
Mr. Chaos.
stick now.
Yeah, but we love you anyway,
Oh,
so don't worry about
that makes it brilliant. Absolutely.
it. There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. You're most welcome, my dear heart. So the next one is actually from a gentleman, if I've got the name correct, Daniel Sulu.
Yes.
It's a gentleman.
You
I would
write
have thought if I had.
name. Oh God, I can't think what he writes on. He writes under another name, and I asked him the other day in Messenger,
Yeah, yeah,
which way do you want to be acknowledged, recognised when we read your poem? Because he wanted to know,
yeah,
would his name be mentioned? And I said, yeah, it depends on which name you want mentioned.
yes,
Just
yeah.
I am Daniel Zulu. Fine, no problem.
Right. I would have thought this poem had been written by a woman if I didn't know. That's why I was just checking whether I'd missed an A off the end, of Daniela or something. Okay, so it's by Daniel Sulu. It's called The Widow. And this is coming full circle from innocent, reminiscent love to death and loss. And I love the style of this poem. Every first line begins with the word her,
Yes.
the widow in question, and I think that's quite a nice touch. So it's a nice style. The Widow by Daniel Sulu. Her name, a perfect sad song. Her smile, a memory of the past. Her eyes, no longer as strong. Her heart, a closed closet. Her heartbeat, a perfect rhyme. Her dreams no longer soar above the stars. Her mind, stuck in another time. Her makeup no longer hides the scars. Her soul, a beautiful aged flower. Her spirit, broken in two. Her wish, to last another hour. Her life, a door people go through. Her touch, a little bit sour. Her past, no one believes is true. Her faith, a broken little tower. Her health, always down with the flu. Her reflection, the perfect stranger. Her days, a song no one listens to. Her desire, a dying fragile fire. Her demise, the day she lost her life partner.
I read that the other day. When Daniel put it up, I thought, just like you, it's a male has written the poem, yeah? And I could visualize him standing back and he is looking at somebody that he knows, yeah?
Yeah.
That has gone through life and has lost the soulmate, the partner, the love of the life. And age has just taken over, hasn't it? We all go the same way, don't we?
Oh, aye, we do. We're definitely going down that road.
We wrinkle and prune back to the way we started. It happens to us all, the majority of us anyway. But I just thought it was a wonderful piece. And when I got it, I thought to myself, this would be ideal for Christine. I knew this would be your type of read, yeah? You get used
I like
to people's voices and how they read, yeah? And yours just fascinated through this particular piece when I picked it, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's how you got it this week.
Yeah. With pleasure.
Oh,
As I say, you send me anything you want me to send,
yeah.
want to send to me. I'm quite happy to read it. So, but yes, that was a little bit like my own style in a way, bits of my own style anyway. So
Yeah.
I quite often repeat words or do a kind of a mirror effect in my poetry. So yes, that was, yeah, I identified with that straight away.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And my last one is from the lovely Jeannie Kirschen, and it's called The Last Kiss.
How romantic. What a romantic note to finish your night on.
I know. Well, that's what I thought. I like to leave everybody feeling romantic and happy.
Let me get started. Here we go. I'm ready.
You go on then. Here you go. So, The Last Kiss by Jeannie Kirschen. It's time for you to let me go, he said to her. I've lived a long, good life, and you made me so very happy the day you became my wife. For 60 years I've loved you. For 60 years we've walked side by side. Happy we were, my darling, as together we laughed and we've cried. But now the time has come, my dear, for me to say goodbye. I've grown so tired and weary, and dim have grown my eyes. The years have been good to us. I have no regrets or complaints. I remember you in the hereafter. Your love in my soul remains. Darling, please don't cry. My love will live on in your heart. Our spirits will stay together, for not even death can keep us apart. How can I go on without you, she said. Why must it be this way? I'm not ready to lose you. How I truly wish you could stay. But I know you are tired and weary. You've been sick for so very long. This disease has taken the life out of you. Your leaving feels so wrong. In the blink of an eye, it seems, the years have gone by so fast, and yet we had a beautiful love that for all time did last. You've been my strength, you've been my joy, you've made my life complete. From day one I loved you, when first you and I did meet. I can't help these tears that are falling down my face now. I know I need to let you go. It's hard, but I'll find the strength somehow. Hold my hand, he said. Kiss my lips one last time, then let me slip away. Come, sweetheart, be near me now, your body next to me lay. Surround me with your sweet, sweet love, and I will say goodbye. She kissed his lips and held him close until death came and he closed his eyes. Goodbye, my love, she whispered. You'll always be in my heart, for it's there, in that special place, that lovers never part.
I can see how that's just hit you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, beautiful, no?
Absolutely. You know, it's when I read it the other day when Jeannie put it up, and I read through it and I thought, this is just, you can't describe love better than the way Jeannie has described true love. In that heart and soul love. The appreciation for all you've had in life, but most appreciation for whom you've had in life. Walk that road alongside you. 60 years.
Yeah.
It's
a long time, isn't it?
Yeah. What I mean, wow, come on. Wow. That's a long walk, and it's somewhat to be still strong. You can the loss, I can only imagine what a loss of such magnitude can be. Yeah. Somebody that's been your life for 16 or 60 years. I can only imagine. I'd be bullshitting if I said I know and I understand. Not at all. I don't, and I can't. But I can appreciate and empathize with the whole thing. She wrote it so beautiful, absolutely magnificent.
She did, yeah. And although it's sad, I still think it's a very beautiful note to end my session on, because there's so much hope and joy in it as well, as remembrance of the loved person, you know. Yeah.
There's so much love in it. The absolute love that shines the whole piece, Christine. I mean, you know there's a loss, but even through the loss that's being written, you know there's an acceptance and there's a gratitude, for the want of a better word.
Absolutely, yeah.
Everything inside of it. Beautiful, beautiful piece.
Yeah. It is very, very lovely, yeah. So I enjoyed that one as well. Touched my heart, as you saw, obviously.
See that.
I mean, I lost my partner of 24 years, 3 years ago. So
exactly, yes. So it's still raw.
A very deep love. I mean, not 60 years, but still a long time, you know. And
I mean,
and I recently lost my father as well, as you know. So
yes, you went. Your long-term partner went. I mean, that's the wall of life practically crumbling on your feet. Absolutely.
And I just lost my father as well, as I think you also know. So that's probably why the poem touched me tonight, especially, you know. So but lovely, Jeannie, beautiful work, really beautiful work.
Oh, beautifully read as well. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for reading it so beautifully for us.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Enjoyed them all, very, as always. It's lovely to read them and to discover things. And discovering that beautiful tree was also lovely for me.
Yeah. I'm,
You know, that's beautiful
oh, I want to
poetry.
go back to Sorales because I found Sorales on a particular page. I have it in my messenger, yeah? Go
Yeah,
back and I'm going to look that tree up myself on Google.
yeah, do.
Got to, because it sounds absolutely beautiful. It's
It is
beautiful.
absolutely stunning. Yeah, beautiful tree. Yeah. So if people don't know it, I shouldn't think they probably do. So there you go.
Absolutely. Wow. Christine, thanks a million.
You're welcome, my dear.
Good luck
Excuse
returning
me.
back to work this week. If your doctor allows you, of course. But good luck.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't feel too bad. It's just I can't hear as well as I should, and they've told me it's going to take time, and there may be permanent damage. It might even mean hearing aids at some point. Who the hell knows? I don't know at
so
this stage.
see,
But
wait it out.
yeah.
But you're looking much better and fresher. I don't
Oh, good.
in a bad way, but I mean, you're more upbeat. It's like
Yes.
this was really raging in the background, and it's now you've got it under your thumb. Yeah, you're
Yeah. Yeah.
now. Yeah,
I think I'm getting there now. Hope so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And of course, as always, I made myself ravishingly beautiful for you tonight, John. Of course.
Do you know, Christine? I'm gonna have to do this one day myself, haven't I?
You'll have to put your makeup on and your wig. Yeah.
How dare you? And here I am in makeup. Look, I'm all made up for that. God, I,
Or at least shiny little thing at the
I
top. You know. Yeah.
I got the light too low tonight. My stand broke.
Oh, did it? Mr. Chaos again. Chaos
Chaos,
Kavanagh.
yes, exactly. Consistency,
Chaos Kavanagh.
just consistency.
It is.
Oh, Christine, what am I gonna do? I best
I don't.
change.
I think your best bet's to get Nina on and have a good giggle with
I
her,
think.
as you usually do.
Oh, have a lovely week ahead, Christine, and thanks.
I will do, my love.
Absolutely beautiful reading. Love you to bits.
You're most welcome. Yeah, love you
Have a
too.
great week.
Love you to all of you. See you next week.
Hope the video lasts. Have fun.
Yeah, me too.
Take it easy, Christine.
Bye.
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 Nina Tilo. Are you still with us? There's Christine now. There's Christine. And what a beautiful 9 poems there from Christine. And 9 beautiful poems. Thank you to all the poets Christine has read out tonight. Absolutely wonderful. I don't really know if Nina has actually resigned or not, but I get the feeling she did because she's got no camera on this. So there's nothing, I can't bring Nina on at the minute because she's keeping herself extracted from us. Chaos Kavanagh. Like that. You would, Sheila Webb, wouldn't you? You would absolutely love that. Definitely. I can see you laughing up your sleeve. Definitely. Come on, Nina. Give us a camera. Bring your camera on. Turn yourself on, girl. Come on into me, and we will get some of these poems going. While I'm waiting for you to get yourself together, I mean, talk about Chaos Kavanagh. Wow. What can I say? Page 17, I think I said. Did I? That's 11. That's the wrong page altogether. Do you know, last week I introduced the poet to everybody, Gerard Hunter from Chorley, Preston Way, here in the UK. Well, I've got another one of his poems here tonight as well. I can't remember which one it was. Which one it was? I've lost the poem. Am I absolutely brilliant? Am I wonderful? Good night, my love. This one is called. From Gerard Hunter. Sleep well, and may your dreams be long and lovely. May your body float on clouds of misty blue. May your soul be with its maker whilst you slumber, returning pure and gentle as the dew. Forget about today. It's gone, my lady. Don't let it linger when it's gone. It's gone. There's nothing left to hold you, so drift off now. Close your weary eyes and slumber on. My love will keep you safe, so sleep, my lady. Your dreams will help your mind to pass the time. Sleep on, my love. Sleep on. The night is fading. Good night, my love. Good night. Please, night. Be kind. Oh, wow. So let's see if Nina has her camera now. That was Gerard Hunter from Blues Brothers! Hello, Nina! How are
Hello.
you? Nina,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a twister on your head.
That's my unicorn horn.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll send the medics over. It's
Beth
coming.
made me wear it.
Beth did.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're a really pretty unicorn tonight on your anniversary.
I'm not underneath these glasses. I'm not. not not getting in at 3. Not going to bed at 3 o'clock this morning. I'm not.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Anyway. Yes. Thank you.
Oh man, didn't you really?
Sorry. Say again.
You had a great night.
Oh, I had a cracking night. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love the Blues Brothers anyway. And then open air, live. My son was there. My friends were there. It was just amazing. It was really, really good. Yep.
Yeah. I enjoyed the video with. I enjoyed that video with Joshua dancing in the street. He was
Joshua dancing.
He was living the moment.
He was gone. He was totally gone. He paid for it at 2 o'clock this morning, mind you. But anyway. Yeah, bless him. No, it was a really good night. Really good night. Loved it. Do it all over again in about a week's time when I've recovered.
Well, it was you who broke the bad news to me about the show, wasn't it? About the video.
Yeah. Well, I went looking last night or this morning. I can't remember which.
Morning, yeah.
And yeah, just suddenly realised that last week's show wasn't there. And I looked on my timeline and it wasn't there either. And I thought, oh, here we go again. So yeah, we've lost another one. Another one bites the dust, unfortunately. But no more. Andy's downloading it the instant you've posted it, and that's it. They're not going to snaffle another one.
Bless. Thank you, Andy.
Yes. So we shouldn't lose any more after this one because it's just ridiculous. I don't know if there's a rhyme or reason to it. We can't work it out, can we? It doesn't seem to be anything to do with numbers. Doesn't seem to be anything to do with time. I can't see that the content was a problem.
Oh.
So, I don't know. But it's frustrating to say the least.
But we will outdo Facebook. We will
overcome. We shall not be defeated.
Do you know that book I found the other day? Well, I didn't find it, that Dave gave me.
Hang on, you're very quiet. Oh no, you are full volume. Oh, blimey.
Microphone. I don't think so.
I'm probably deaf from. I'm probably deaf from last night. That it was a bit loud. Hey.
Hello.
Yeah.
That book I got of the anecdotes, yeah. There's some wonderful pieces in here, but some of them I didn't know were written in Old English.
Oh, that stumped you then.
I mean, there's one. He, Sir Walter Raleigh, loved a wench well.
Yeah, maybe not.
I'm not going to read this, but it's not for the show. I'm going to read this on the show.
Yeah, that's another show.
Hey?
That's another show, that one.
Oh, that's definitely another show. But some of them are absolutely funny. I came across these ones. They even have ones in here. And it has the S word. Yeah? Sport and show business.
Oh. Uh-huh. Yeah.
It has another S word as well. And I don't think I'm allowed to say that. I'm afraid I get the video before it ends. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was going to say, we won't even finish this one.
But I think I'm going to read one tonight from Parents and Children. But not right now. I'm just saying, just getting it ready, yeah? For parents and children. So, what have you got for us tonight, Nina?
What have I got? Well, I have a lovely piece called The Wandering by Shalini Singh. As I wander aimlessly towards an unknown direction, unmindful of the sights around, paying no attention, lost in my own mindful thoughts, I defer to notice a thing. Nothing seems to grab my concentration, lack interest in everything. Unaware of the sounds around, the voice within is itself deafening, turning a blind eye to the sights and what's around me happening. Feeling of numbness continues to persist and prevail, often begging mind to put an end to all thinking, but of no avail. Lost in my own world, a world so unknown and mysterious, wearing a cloak of darkness, trying to conceal thoughts so insidious, trying to get rid of feelings so deceitful and deceptive. All efforts seem to be in vain, as such thoughts hold me captive. Taking resorts to things to find solace seem to be futile, as thoughts in the mind continue to show no signs to reconcile. Indeed, it's difficult to survive through this condition when one seems to be lost in an envelope of suspicion. Hoping this confusion ends and receives an appropriate solution, the conflicts in the mind get sorted and head for reconciliation. How long will I surf through the waves of hopes and despair? How I wish to put an end to it, and how I wish I had that flair.
Oh, how I wish.
Wow,
Wow.
brilliant, eh? And I love the rhyming of each end lining, and that's not easy to do and keep it in context. So many times people try really hard to do that. They think rhyming is the ultimate thing to do, and then the words have absolutely no correlation to what's been written.
Yes, the lines rhyme, but the words don't make sense. It takes away at times, doesn't it?
Yeah. It, as I say, sometimes people are so fixated on trying to make things rhyme, and then the essence of the piece is lost, and it's a shame, really. But yeah, there we go. That one didn't, and it was absolutely amazing. So
thank you, Shalini.
Bear with me a second. Andy, are you still watching? Watch. Yes. The show. Are you tuned in again? Right, John, I've snuck this one in. This is because, as you know, it is our wedding anniversary today.
Yes.
And bless his heart, he's put up with me for 14 years, but we've been married for 12 years today. So I heard that, Andrew. So this is a little piece that I wrote earlier for him. And I know he's expecting it to be a sarcastic piece, and it's not. Today's our anniversary, the day I said I do. The moment when I pledged my love to live my life with you. We've laughed until our sides ache. We've cried till tears run dry. And through it all, you've been my strength. On you, I can rely. Adversity has challenged us. It's made us even stronger. We've said goodbye to loved ones, now sadly here no longer. In life-defining moments, I know you're always there to comfort, help and guide me, protect me with your care. So as our lives continue and anniversaries pass, two hearts forever entwined, eternally love will last. Your soul holds hands with my soul, holds tight for all it's worth. I've found the place I want to be, with you right here on earth.
Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. Andy Thilo, give Nina, you big bully. That is beautiful, Nina. Absolutely beautiful. Well done. Absolutely beautiful.
You. So yeah. Anyway, moving on.
There you go. It was worth 14 years of putting up with.
Yeah, so no, he's gone quiet up there. I don't know what he's doing. This is a piece by Catherine Pagano. It's untitled. I couldn't see a title, but it speaks volumes. The phoenix rises from the flames, leaving its past behind, thinking the ashes of its troubled youth is all that they would find. But history has a way of repeating itself. It's only a matter of time. Vigilance is needed to stay the course. It takes but one wrong step again to cross over the line. And though the phoenix is decked in splendour now, with feathers so beautiful and fine, those that knew its past before will never settle to be left behind. Beware the determined toll takers, for surely they will come, demanding a piece of current finery, citing a creed, one for all and all for one. This is how the corruption sets in, favours now bought on the sins of the past. Never underestimate the power of karma. It has a way of kicking one's arse.
The karma, the karma.
Right.
Oh.
You kiss. Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Oh. Oh, Andy, you spoiled it for us all. Good. Oh, you ate too much haggis when you were in Scotland, mate.
I think he did, didn't he? Definitely.
I'm gonna read one for you now and give you a breather, I think.
Thank
yeah?
you. Thank
Not
you.
a problem. I'm gonna read one from Laura Hughes. It's called Happy Birthday in Heaven. And this poem actually came by when I wrote one. Happy Heavenly Birthday or something to my mum. And she's got a lot of years when I wrote it, but you never forget your mother. You just can't forget your mother, really and truly.
No.
With you forever. You're the part of her, not her a part of you. This is the difference. So, it's your birthday again today, and another year has gone by. There is so much I'd like to say, but all the words would make me cry. It's so difficult without you here, because everything has changed. Every day I cry a tear, because love for you is unchanged. You are loved and missed so dearly, every moment of the day. While you're happy, we are merely trying to cope along the way. While we celebrate your life here, you're celebrating up above. Even if it is not for cheer, we'll celebrate you with our love. We will never forget your love and all of the sweet memories. Happy birthday in heaven above, and shine your love down on us, please.
Oh.
Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, that's not helped really.
No, it hasn't. I realised that after I started reading it.
Yeah, thanks. Oh dear.
I say, I'll give you a nice long one now. This one will give you a good relaxer.
Go on then.
You actually like this poet. You like Hank and his stories.
Oh, yeah.
I love the Rev book, man. I don't know if you've read this one the other day when I sent it over to you.
I did, yeah. I read it through, yeah.
And like I said, I just love hearing it in Hank's voice. Hank is just Hank.
Yeah.
And you get used to hearing somebody narrate, and it's just beautiful to hear him. I would love to have the whole lot in one big file. Oh, God.
Yeah.
The Journals of Rev Bookman by Hank Buchanan. This one is, I have come to the river. I have come to the river to pray. I pushed the horse out past the town, out to where I had buried her. I didn't come out here too often, but today I needed to talk to her, to tell her what I had done. Any success you have in this life is only satisfied when you shared it with someone you cared about. Today I had made them run, made them afraid to ever come back. They will see the look in my eyes for the rest of their lives, and they will remember it. They will see the difference between what they worship and what I worship. and see why I will always be stronger. And I had come to say goodbye. Goodbye to her and to the life we had known together, and to this piece of land where I had put her body. The snow is falling all around me now, and the sound of the woods has changed as I ride. Riding away from her, riding away from them. I am a slave to the tobacco in my pouch and the whiskey in my bags. But I will be a slave to no man or woman ever again. The choices have been made for me this time, but I have learned how to make them work in my favour. Today I can ride with no guilt. I can ride with no pain. The lands that I see in the skies over the next mountain are the lands where I will spend my next days. Excuse me. My horse breathes the cold air and carries me onward. Ever onward we shall ride. I look around at the thick trees and the little creek and realise that I have been riding in circles. I take the saddlebags with the whiskey and throw it into the creek. I keep the tobacco. If you were to ride away from something, preacher, you must ride away from it, not encircle it with your feeble pace. Throw off your baggage and ride with the wind. God knows, there is no reason not to. There is so much more behind you than you are apt to meet up ahead, that there is nothing or no one to fear anymore. Your strength and resolve, what little you have left, is not of your making. It has come from somewhere else, but it carries with it a price, a responsibility that you have ignored for too long now. It is snowing again as I get down off the horse. I listen to the music coming from the creek and feel the old fever starting to rise. I throw off the hat and heavy coat and begin to sing and dance around the trees. As I spin around and around, I see the faces from my past coming out of the moonlight, and they're smiling. All is as it should be. I have come to the river to pray. It should have been raining. I felt the sun on my face as I left the woods and the horse, and I rode over the crest of the hill and saw the river again for the first time. My river. Our river, where it all had started. Being here now without her would be like all the years I had spent before her, seeking my peace and comfort in the river, except that now I would be missing a piece of my soul. The inland town that we had gone to was behind me now. The gamblers, the ramblers, the dead. I would seek to find my faith again. Here where I had found it in the first place. Here where I was raised half a century ago, before the world had turned upside down. I have come to the river to make my confession, to seek my salvation, to see if there is any future here for one such as I, left without a heart, but still full of seeking, still full of purpose, still full of belief that I am powerless without the help of a power outside and above myself. It turns cold as the sun descends behind Hook Mountain and leaves me in the darkness once again. It seems that the darkness has become my friend, just like the rain. For one that has not lived the life that he was expected to, has not fulfilled the promise that was foreseen for him, has not lived in the light as he had vowed. The faith has never left. The belief in the power of the blood has been there from the start and is there now to this day. The Father, the Son, the man I am, I have come to the river to pray. Wonderful piece, that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You just get lost in there. You really.
No, I was just going to say it just completely absorbs you, doesn't it? It's yeah, you don't want it to end, do you? And just as well it doesn't. I mean, it carries on, doesn't it? But
it's absolutely that's. I know it seems a little bit long, but really and truly, when you're actually reading this to yourself,
Mm,
you're in a different zone altogether.
mm,
And you know,
mm.
the longer it went on, the more connected I was becoming with it, for
I
the honest.
know, that's the thing.
Go ahead.
Sometimes you do
Go.
need, yeah. I mean, sometimes the shorter pieces, they can be powerful and punchy, but sometimes you do need a longer piece to really start to absorb yourself into it, don't you? Yeah, yeah. Well, Hank's writing's amazing anyway, isn't it? That was brilliant. I enjoyed that.
Oh, I just thought I might give you a little breather.
Yeah, thanks. It's all right. All emotions have gone now. It's fine. We're over now.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm done. So this is Our Dreams by Anthony King. In dreams, we see a beauty we often only hear. Of all the wonders of this world, in dreams, our vision is clear. In dreams, we fall in love through everlasting years, in lands of great enchantment, to where there is no fear. Ah, but sometimes our dreams will take us to a place we have never been, and at times our dreams will lead us to a place there is no end. For dreams are but illusions, our search for inner peace, an enigmatic conversation, a poet's glorious feast.
Oh, lovely last line that is.
Yeah, fabulous.
That's a ball, doesn't
Yeah,
it? Big
yeah.
time.
Well, this
Wow.
is it. I mean, as a poet, as a writer, you could do so much with dreams, couldn't you? I mean, they're just, you can make them as wacky as you like and as beautiful and floaty as you like, as
Yeah.
scary. You know,
Well,
the possibilities are endless, aren't they?
when you're writing a piece, you're in the sort of dream itself, because you're thinking 2 miles ahead of where you're actually at with things.
Yeah,
You're trying
yeah.
to develop stuff ahead of time. And by the
Mm,
time you get there, it's developed and redeveloped and redeveloped and it's recycled by the time you get to what you want to do.
mm. And
So,
again, you know, what we were just saying previously is that it's not a particularly lengthy piece. That didn't need to be. It didn't need to carry on. It said exactly what it needed to in 16 lines or whatever it was, you know. Yeah, beautiful. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
that's that's the beauty of all the different styles, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
the,
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. And not every line rhymed, and it didn't have to. I didn't. Sometimes when they jump in and out of rhyme, I get a little bit. Oh, but
yeah.
that because of the context of it, it didn't matter. You know, it was just so lovely. So yeah, really nice, right? And then I have a new lady. I think she's in the audience. I'm sure I saw her earlier. Amanda Elise Zylstra. And I apologise if I've mispronounced that, but that's how I'm reading it. So this is called Living Artifacts of the Past. Constant reminders of a simpler time. I didn't choose this life. And if I get out alive through all the trials, I somehow win. Though I feel like I spend too much time sinking and barely treading water, getting by with the skin of my teeth, with 3 seconds left until the bomb explodes. I have nightmares about car wrecks. Even my resting mind can't rest. There is blood on the wall and urine on the floor. I can't escape body fluids, and even when I push myself hard, it's never enough. I am bled dry of my emotions, becoming numb to constant pain around me, wondering if things ever get better, or if everyone is going to meet the Grim Reaper in the hospital room I just got done cleaning. You take 1 step forward and you take 4 steps back. I am constantly battling myself, like I am my own worst enemy, like I am the only one that can take the sword out of the stone. But I don't believe I have the power to do so. I am without a silver spoon. I don't have old money or new money. I don't have much extra money. I only have what I make myself. I only have my own blood, sweat and tears. Hospital beds made with turquoise blue bedspreads and perfect hospital corners that took me months to learn to make perfect, but now I could do in my sleep. Life used to be simple, lifting buckets filled with dirty mop water to dump out in the janitor's closet. Someone would say this is the worst job ever, but I don't feel that way. I make an honest living off my own labour, and now these memories are living artefacts of the past.
To assess oneself like that, you've got to be totally at peace with yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely, totally at peace with yourself. You're above, or no station is above you in your life.
Absolutely. Yeah. So many.
Right. This
Yeah.
is of being the self without the ego attachment.
Absolutely. And we don't get much of that nowadays, do we?
It's beautiful to come across it just now. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. So I think Amanda's going to be one to look out for, definitely. So hopefully we'll have a lot more from her.
Definitely, without a shadow. I'm going to give you called I Love You by Teresa Ortega.
Oh, thank you. I love you too.
Oh, now you started the whole ball flowing, haven't you? That's another. I've got to wipe my eyes now. Oh.
No, sorry, I was talking to Andy. He was just off camera there.
Here we go. With a smile on your face, with tears on cheeks, with fire in your eyes. Oh, wait, before I read this one, actually, Nina, I'm sorry, guys.
I think you've already started, love.
I'll get back to it. I'll come back around. I'll start again.
All right. Yeah.
This poem was sent in by Teresa Ortega. I asked Teresa for the poem. She had put a poem up. And it's not her poem. It's one her husband wrote for her before he passed. Yeah?
Oh, okay.
This, I just forgot to mention, but now I need to get this in before I read the poem to make the sense of the poem.
Yeah.
And it's from Teresa's husband to Teresa. So I'm delighted to read it tonight. So here we go again. I Love You by Teresa Ortega. With a smile on your face, with tears on your cheeks, with fire in your eyes, with passion in your heart, I love you. When you tremble in fear, when you shout in defiance, when you mother your children, when you praise your God, I love you. For turning from evil to believing in goodness, for living in truth, and for loving me. I love you. Oh, lovely little piece.
Oh, yeah. Very sweet. Something to hold on to, isn't it? Definitely. I need Andy to write me a poem. No one's ever written me a poem.
Oh, you're stretching it now. You're really stretching it. Wow.
Oh no, I did tell you one that he wrote me, didn't I? I can't repeat.
You did?
Yeah, I can't repeat that on air.
That was the Dear John show. That was for John live during the week.
That was, yeah, that's
ramblings, yeah.
That's not for the faint-hearted, that one. I think that's probably all I'm ever going to get from him, really. But, you know, he's all right. Everything else is there. The rest of it, I don't need words.
Moment to go. Be happy with what you've got in life.
Oh, I am. I'm very, very happy. Yeah. Very, very happy.
Very, you can see.
Very, very happy with this.
No.
What?
Have you got a happy one for the end?
Have a what?
Happy one.
Well, I have one more to read, and then I have one out of my book. And then, if you want, I can pull up one of my funnies.
Of course you can.
I can't remember what I've read, though. That's the problem. So you have to forgive me if it's a repeated one.
Oh, we don't mind. That's what poetry is about. It's about learning. I mean, it's no use having a poem once and it only ever comes around once. Nobody'd ever remember it.
Yeah. I'll have a look in a moment. So this is my last one by Robin Mummery, who is a friend of mine, and it's called Urban Demise. I look around and start to frown when I now see my old hometown. Magnificent buildings, once the crown, in disrepair and look run down. Buildings once revered, respected, now dishevelled and dejected. Historic moments they reflected, now forgotten, left neglected. Cobbled pavements sideways sweep, often level, sometimes steep, pothole littered, some quite deep, repaired with tarmac because it's cheap. The local youth, a teenage fool, spray paint now his chosen tool. Opinions fine of who might rule, no need to spray it on a wall. The care and passion I once saw seem to have found the exit door. My old hometown I used to tour, there's no point in it anymore. Along the high streets my heart drops, just charity and antique shops. The cost of living hits its tops, the rental price hike never stops. The council taxes we all pay got spent where? It's hard to say. As little by little, day by day, my hometown soul just ebbs away. I grew up there and had great years, wandered freely, had no fears. But now what brings me close to tears is, what if my town disappears? What shall we do to get it back and bring my hometown back on track? Maybe councillors get the sack so we can choose a brand new pack. With flames in their heart and a belly of rage, this new group can read all from the same page. A fresh young mind with the brains of a sage will usher my town to a brand new age. But is that really what we need to do? Just change the animals running the zoo? Here's the thing, and sadly true, the love for this town, it all starts with you.
It's a brilliant piece, that is. Absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah. And
I
it
love
can go for anywhere really, can't it? It's true. If we don't look after what we have, it's like last night, as I say, you know, and I'm, you know, I'm not saying that we're the only place that does it, but the feeling last night, and Ray's in the audience. Hello, darling.
Not saying.
Yeah, bless her. Oh, I love that girl.
Oh, I'd love to see. I didn't see. So Beth is in.
No, Ray is in.
Ray is in.
Ray's in, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Ray is on your friends list, isn't she?
Yeah, Ray's watching.
Lovely to know. You know.
So yeah, the whole feeling of last night, as I say, I mean, I live in a it's a historic market town. It dates back to 1142, I think.
Wow.
We have the, you know, we have the Tudor houses, the you know, all that sort of thing, and we have a historic market square, and that's where the entertainment was last night. So in front of the town hall, they put up a temporary stage, and we were all in the market square, and it just had such a lovely feeling to it. There was no, you didn't feel worried or concerned. There were families there, you know, people had got dogs down there. Even though people were drinking, there was no nastiness, no rowdiness, you know, it just had such a lovely feeling to it. And if we don't continue to do things like that, if we don't continue to enjoy a community spirit, it will get lost.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we've seen across the lands, not just here in the UK, across the world, we've seen what's happened when community spirit starts to die away.
Yeah.
And we stop doing things together. I mean, God, we're only talking 25 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, a big royal wedding or something, whether you were a royalist or a Republican of mind. When the feast and the party was on and the barbecue stuff was going, everybody was out in the street. They all mingled together. There was something for them.
Yeah.
But
Beth's in as well.
Now everybody has their own agenda, don't they?
They do. Beth's in as well. It's her that's writing. I think Beth's writing is Ray. So they're both in. They're both in. They were there with me last night.
Super technologist.
Yeah, yeah. Beth, the brilliant technologist. Yeah, that'd be it.
Oh.
Not. Oh my goodness me. Right. Have you got another one to read?
I do. I have Alzheimer's. That's why I give you anything happy, because I don't want everybody going out on a low, you know.
No.
Although I've written about
while you're reading that, I'll try and find a funny.
Yeah, I've written Alzheimer's before. I've written some of these before, but this one, when I wrote it, was trying to be more understanding to what could be happening to somebody. Do you know what I mean? And if themselves in that state, it cannot be easy. Without a shadow of a doubt, it cannot be easy.
No.
Alzheimer's by me. I know sometimes I can't recall your face, your name, nothing at all. Yet other times all seems the same. I know your face. I call your name. I know at times I get confused. And again, yet other times I am enthused. Please bear in mind my world has changed. Sometimes I'm here, sometimes estranged. I know at times you feel despair, yet through it all you show such care. I know my short-term memory bank recalls so little, comes up blank. I know anxiety. I know anxiety no doubt takes effect. When I go out, I know I try to bear in mind. Back to you, my way I'll find. I know some days are good, some bad. I see the life I've had. Inside my mind a prison cell, where I reside, a living hell. Alzheimer's now my brain does kiss. My thoughts now thoughts of reminisce. What was I saying? I can't recall. Not a thing, nothing at all.
Hard hitter.
Yeah.
You always hit the spot, don't you, Mr. Cav?
In it, when I wrote it, there's a lad in Dublin called George Foley, and his mum had been admitted into a home. It had gone that severely bad. I mean, you hear the stories. I seen it when I done that bit of nurse training, that care training thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the gentlemen we were visiting on two training sessions, he was forever leaving his home. They had an alarm thing fitted to the house at 11 o'clock. Although he locked from the inside, and as soon as the key is turned, this will activate. So the care at 11 presses a button, leaves the home, and it's set up at the call centre. So many been returned by the police walking down the centre line of a road at 11 o'clock at night, half 11, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it is just so scary. They're more a danger to themselves than to anything or anybody.
Totally. Yeah. There was one of my very first experiences of it was I grew up in a village, and she was an old lady, bless her heart, she was the sweetest person, but her husband used to work on the railways, and time again they found her walking the railway track looking for him with his packed lunch. She was on the railway track.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh gosh, yeah, bless her. And that's kind of the first thing I knew about it. And then obviously I did work in a nursing home anyway for a few years. So yeah, I have seen many aspects of it. It's so cruel, so cruel.
I came across I was in my 20s. We had a caretaker that worked the flat since we were only children, 5 and 6 years old. And I remember his first name was Larry. He was a lovely man. And as the years went on, Larry would turn up for work on the days he wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
You'd see him on Saturday and Sunday and everything else. And I remember one evening going up the stairs, he was fixing the light bulbs going up the stairwells, putting in new light bulbs for the next one type stuff. Oh God, Larry, I said, you're working on Sunday? And he never said anything. He just looked at me so strange. We didn't see him for a couple of weeks. And the guy that worked him, Sammy, James Joyce was the man's name. I said to Sammy, both of them are dead and buried now. I said to Sammy, Sammy, how come Larry is working on Sunday and you're not? And he looked at me and said to me, Larry's unwell. His wife used to have to come down and pick him up, come looking for him to see that he was at work. Every time he left the house, when he wasn't expected to, he always came to the block of flats to work.
No.
Always to the same place.
Ingrained in him.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, as I say, it's like this old lady, you know, she made him a pack up and she'd put it all in this little tin lunchbox thing, and yeah, she was, as I say, wandering up and down the railway lines looking for him to give him his lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, hard, isn't it? Very hard.
Is that what the attachment among us all? There really and truly is.
Yeah, I mean, well, none of us know what's coming, do we? But yeah, I think that one probably holds as much fear as cancer does, actually, doesn't it? It's a scary prospect, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway,
Go on.
to lighten the mood a little, so I wrote this one a while ago, but it's kind of along the themes of it still being our wedding anniversary. So this is called "Till Death Do Us Part."
Oh dear, I'm gonna cry this one. I know I am.
No, you're not.
Where's my tissue?
No, you're not. You're really not. So, he lies beside me snoring. It's vibrating through my head. I wish he'd bugger off right now and sleep in our spare bed. He's dribbled on the pillow, and I'm sure he's picked a spot. There are far too many fluids. It'll have to wash on hot. And then there's nighttime windies. They're involuntary, he says. I swear if he pops one more time, I'll slap him round the head. He's blowing bubbles from his mouth and one from out his nose. That wasn't what he looked like on the day that he proposed. I've whacked him with my elbow and poked him in the ribs. My bedroom sounds like feeding time with lots of little pigs. Then comes that glorious moment when he holds his breath and stops. I'm savouring the silence when his nether regions pop. The man's a sleeping one-man band while lying next to me. But I promised until death do part, so let's just wait and see. Yes, Andrew, I am talking about you again.
God, Andrew, wow. Something else.
And every word is true. You know it is. Yes.
Wonderful. Oh, that's a peach. An absolute peach. Oh,
Do you want another funny?
go on.
Oh, there's another one about you, darling. Hang on.
You got a slot here, Andrew.
Right. Ode to my husband. I love my husband dearly. He's my soulmate, man of dreams. Until he starts his crunching, then my shattered nerves just scream. It's usually on an ice cream cone. I wince as he licks down, bracing my poor eardrums and wearing my best frown. Crisps are known to do it. Every mouthful lasts a year. His crunching breaks the speed of sound, reducing me to tears. Cereal of a morning could become decree nice eye. Toast is not much better. I just tut and roll my eyes. Don't get me onto popcorn in the cinema's back row. He waits until the quiet bits. I hear the others groan. Oh, hang on. Bear with. Oh no, I've lost it. Hang on. It disappeared. Oh, here we go. Right. Don't get me onto popcorn in the cinema's back row. He waits until the quiet bits. I hear the others groan. His ability extends to such that biscuits I despise. No noise should Garibaldi's make, you know, the ones with flies. He grins at me in torment, knowing full well I might snap. I love my husband dearly, but he's going to get a slap.
You're out to cause terrible injury to that lad, you.
He deserves every moment of it.
Oh my God, I wonder. I really wonder now.
Do you? You wonder what?
I have one for you now from the Book of Anecdotes, yeah?
Lovely.
Statesmen and politicians. I don't know where this one ends, actually. Where it goes to. I think it's, what was that? 18. Yeah, I've got nearly 2 pages worth of this one. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Or should I tell the sex one that we talked about the other? No, but leave that one for another night. No. Right. Yeah, look, bloody glasses have steamed up now. John Major revealed yesterday that the first words of English that Boris Yeltsin spoke to him after 36 hours of negotiations were an excited, gins and tonic, gins and tonic. Wow, I thought he spoke Russian actually. The former Prime Minister said the Russian president had remained unenthusiastic about a country walking in checkers until Mr. Major pointed out the close proximity of a pub. Major was good at pointing these things out actually. Mr. Yeltsin's sullen expression and monosyllabic conversations were cast aside instantly as he began shouting, "Gins and tonic." Mr. Major said the party set off to the pub, only to discover that it was closed. Must have been down your region, that. Now, the President of Russia is not used to being locked out of English pubs. One of his assistants banged on the door saying, "Open up, it is the President of Russia." A voice from inside said, "And this is the Kaiser." I love it. Mr. Major also told his audience about meetings with Mr. Yeltsin's predecessor, Mikhail Gorbachev. He said, "Mikhail and I were talking about which of our two nations was the most patient. I said it was the British, but he said it was the Russians." Ooh. He told me that when people were queuing for bread in Moscow and getting very angry, one said to the other, "I blame Gorbachev for this. I am going to kill Gorbachev." He went away and returned 2 days later to find that the bread queue had moved forward a bit. They said, "Well, did you kill Gorbachev?" "No," he replied. "The queue to kill Gorbachev was longer than this one."
Where'd you dig that up from? Is that in your book?
That's the folio book of humorous anecdotes. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, is that the
Yes.
one you were reading me the other day?
Yes.
Lovely. And then I thought, just to finish, bearing in mind that I've slated the husband, I thought I might as well bring the dog in on the act as well.
If you'd have said you were going to slate Andy, you're going to cut you straight away.
No. It's all loving. It's all, it's all meant nicely. So this is Marley, who is our dog. And I've already told you the story. So basically, I always wanted a dog. Andy wasn't a dog person. He was a cat person. And it took me 2 years to persuade him to have a dog. And in the end, what I did was I got a pad of yellow Post-it notes, and I wrote puppy in capital letters across every single sheet, and I stuck it all over the house. I stuck it on the front door, I stuck it across the telly, I stuck it across his computer screen, on his car keys, on his phone, on his wallet, everywhere. Literally, I plastered the house. And he went, "All right, you can have a dog." So I ended up with Marley, who is now 10 years old. So this is Marley. 2 long years it took my husband to agree to have a dog. Now who is it gets to kiss him when he comes home from his job? Marley's head tilts at an angle when he hears his dad pull up. He's my early warning system, always has been from a pup. He can barely stand from wagging, and his ears flap to and fro as he greets his dad with Dudley, who stays with him where he goes. Then begins the nightly ritual while the dog rolls on his back. Dad blows raspberries on his tummy, which is pink with spots of black. Though a small dog, I'll admit it, his ability to fill space is a thing of utter marvel. He can spread in many ways. When I'm sitting on the sofa, I adopt a John Wayne pose with a tail right up my armpit and a wet nose on my toes. In our bed beneath the duvet, he takes on a starfish shape. But as loving doggy owners, we just lie there wide awake. He looks cute when he is sleeping, never mind it's 3 a.m. We can't bear to move our baby, we'll just bend ourselves round him. He is not allowed to beg us, and he doesn't. well, not really. He will simply rest his furry chin upon our knees so dearly. With his big brown eyes, he does us in. We're putty in his paws. So it's one for us and one for him and one more just because. He's the guardian of our garden, always ready to defend. But our pigeons are like cannonballs, so it maybe all depends. If a cat should dare to traverse across the fence along the lawn, they can usually move quite quickly while they're hanging on one paw. Not a one for getting muddy, but in winter, being low slung, he gets gritty undercarriage. Then it's time to have some fun. For a bath sends him doolally, he runs round to dry his fur. Like a damp Tasmanian devil, he'll zoom past in hairy blur. When his tail sneaks up behind him, as it very often will, he must chase it round in circles, though he's yet to catch it still. And if anyone buys a soft toy with a squeaker hid inside, he extracts it with precision, and the squeaker then must die. 2 long years it took my husband to agree to have a pooch. Now the hairy little furball is the only one he'll smooch.
Oh, swallow your pride, girl. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
He's got everyone wrapped around his little paw, to be fair. It's not just Andy. So
They have a way of doing that to us, don't they?
oh, don't they just?
Oh my goodness.
Don't they just? Yes. He's chasing a rabbit now.
Do you remember a few weeks ago you sent me moral stories?
I do.
I've got one here for us tonight. Can't remember the name of it now. The Last Delivery, this one is called. And I've not read it yet. I'm just going to read it as I've opened it, yeah? Because
Okay.
like I said, there's about a dozen on this link that you've given me, yeah?
Yeah.
Of stories, yeah? Oh, excuse me. Oh,
Oh, dear. Keeping you up, love.
keeping me up tonight.
Night.
Really stretching it, really stretching it. And the Last Delivery. Now, I'll do this properly. I won't mess with it. I'll just do it straight out, okay?
Yeah,
So-
I believe you.
Give out to me tonight. You can take it easy, calm down. Here we go.
All right
Well, I'm not promising anything at the end.
then. No, I'll bet.
There was a rich couple who was throwing a big New Year's party at their house. So they went shopping at the market where everything was of high cost and fixed price. They wanted to maintain their level of standard, so didn't mind paying for it. After purchasing all they needed, they called a porter to carry everything and drop it at their home. The porter who came was of an old age, not very healthy looking. His clothes were torn, looked as if he wasn't even able to meet his daily needs. They asked the porter about the charges for delivering their goods to their home. The old porter quoted, just $20, a well below market rate for delivering goods at couples' homes in his cart. Yet the couple argued and bargained with the porter and finally settled for $15. The porter was struggling to make even one time's meal, so he needed anything he could earn. The couple was very happy, thinking how well they bargained with the poor porter and paid him $15 in advance, and left after giving the porter their address for delivery. They reached their home, and hours passed. 2 hours passed, but the porter still hadn't delivered their stuff. The wife started to get very angry at her husband. I always tell you to not trust such persons. Still, you never listen to me. Such person was not even able to earn to feed himself for one time in a day. You handed him everything we purchased for our big party. I'm sure instead of delivering at our home, he must have disappeared with everything. We must immediately go back to the market and inquire, and then to the police station to file a complaint against him. They both left towards the market. On their way near the market, they saw another porter. They stopped him to inquire about the old porter and noticed that he was carrying their stuff in his cart. The angry wife asked him, "Where is that old thief? This is our stuff and he's supposed to deliver it. It seems you poor thieves are stealing our stuff and going to sell it." The porter replied, "Please, man, calm down. That poor old man was sick. since last month. He wasn't able to earn enough to even have a single meal in the day. He was on the way to deliver your stuff, but he was so hungry, sick, couldn't gather the strength to go any further in this heat of the noon. He fell down, and while handing me $15, his last words were, "I had taken an advance for this delivery. You take this and please deliver it to this address." Madam, he was hungry, he was poor, but he was an honest man. I was just on the way to complete the old man's last delivery at your home, the porter said. Upon hearing this, the husband had tears in his eyes, but the wife felt so ashamed. She had no courage to see up in her husband's eyes. The moral of the story: honesty has no class. Respect everyone, regardless of their financial and social status. It's always a good deed to give the ones who deserve. I can't even say anything about that now at the end because it didn't go the way I thought it was going to go.
Nah, that's what you need to do from now on, not read them in advance.
I will from now on.
And everyone actually got to hear it.
Definitely. Yeah, and I didn't interfere with that one. I just let it go, didn't I? When you're reading it, it's not actually written in first-hand English. They're from other parts of the world, haven't been translated. And you can put it in the way you're reading. You're trying to, as you're going along, you're trying to put the words into more of an order that you're used to, yeah?
Yeah. Just. Are you done? Have you read Beth's pieces yet?
Who? Didn't I do that at the start?
Did you? I don't know. I wasn't in right at the very, very, very beginning.
I did, yeah. I done Beth's at the start.
Okay.
I've done the two from Jack. I think I've done everything tonight. God, I've been on form.
Everything. Well, there you go.
Wow.
Pat on the back.
There you go. It was consistent after all, wasn't
it? Yeah.
Even with the slip-ups, yeah, exactly. Even with the slip-ups.
You were a noisy what's it earlier. Poor Christine, honestly.
I know. Sometimes I drive the woman demented. I know it. I can't. It's been lovely to see everybody back in again tonight. It's been lovely to see them all here.
Yeah.
I just love to come. It gets me. I've got to wait now until the show is over to go and see who's been here and who's not been here. Yeah? Can't get to see everybody up here. But I'm delighted for yourself that, that Beth and Ray got in.
Yeah, I don't know if my friend Jan came in as well. I didn't see her name go up.
I didn't see Jan's name come up myself.
No, she did. She does watch. So if I don't know if she's in or not as well, but hopefully she is. Yeah. But yeah, no, I got my crowd in.
Yes, big time. Oh, Diane, thanks very much. We enjoyed your company here, and it's a great pleasure. We know it is, Nina. It's a pleasure to come here each week and bring other people's words and read them out. And as we can see, the crowd are really enjoying it. We're enjoying it.
I've got a voice now. I didn't have a voice this morning.
You didn't have a voice this morning. Exactly.
No, my voice came back this afternoon.
Thank God you didn't scream at the television.
God,
so,
no.
what happened in the race? I knew I meant to ask you something.
He came fourth. Your prediction, your guru.
Oh, he's a brilliant
considering he started on 17th, the boy did good. So yeah, that was.
He's a very good driver. He's a very skilled driver. I don't watch it very much, but I do pick up on what's what and who's who. Yeah.
Joshua picked up my phone last night and he went, "Since when have you had a Formula One car as your screensaver on your phone?" And I went, "It's Valtteri Bottas's car." And he went, "And?" And I went, "It's Valtteri Bottas's car." Say no more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to stalk him and kidnap him.
Yeah, why not? You do poetry every week. You might as well do something different.
Oh, he's lovely. He's so lovely. He really is. It's like he was being interviewed earlier and I went, "Oh, he's so nice." And Andy just looks at me and goes, "Ugh."
On your anniversary, how could you?
Oh, well, that's the best time to do it, really. Already got my present. I can do what I like now.
Oh,
no,
dear.
I'm a very lucky girl. I'm a very, very lucky girl. I've been spoilt rotten today. He's cooked dinner. I've had a beautiful bouquet of flowers. I've had lovely bracelets and chocolates. He's all right. He's a keeper.
Oh, brilliant! Absolutely.
I'll hang on to him for a bit longer.
I think another 12 years at least.
I'm not sure he'll last 12 years, but we'll see how it goes.
I don't know.
You best ask him that question. He's the one who's got to survive.
Don't put that on the spot. Good God.
Oh, I keep him on his toes. It's all right. It's what life's all about, isn't it?
Right, well, we know that. I mean, you've had him running around doing the dinner and all today. He's definitely on his toes.
He never knows what's
Come on,
coming.
put kettle on.
That's the thing. He never knows what's coming. He loves it. Oh, I wish he would, Jessie. I really wish he would. I wish anybody would. That'd be lovely. I no, he's got a sister, I'm afraid, Christine. He hasn't got a brother. Well, not that I know of, anyway. Not that his mother knows of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no. Just the one, I'm afraid, and I got him.
Yeah.
Just the dodgy surname that I have to keep spelling to everybody and pronouncing to everybody. But he's worth it.
Cool.
He's worth it. I'll keep him.
Well, you know what happens now. We have to we have to start digging up more poetry for next week, and
We do.
off again. And
We do.
it's just a vicious circle, isn't it?
Well, no, but it's a lovely vicious circle. We like it.
Thanks for putting
My
some
dad's come in.
though for the run.
My
Hey?
dad's in. My dad's just come in.
Has he come in?
Yeah.
Look again. I
He
don't
probably won't
understand
stay.
that.
He probably won't
Usually,
stay.
I get a notification when the dad comes in.
I put him in my poetry group and he left. Cheeky what's it? Oh, my own father. It's nice, isn't it? Hello, Dad. Love you. He's just come back from Skegness. He's been in Skegness for the week bowling.
Oh, lovely.
No. I know.
And then they send them.
He's probably already gone. It's probably like, oh, didn't mean to go in there.
Yeah, well, here we are at Skegness. Welcome. Oh, Nick, have a lovely night for the rest of the night for your anniversary.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Tomorrow. And
Yes.
we'll bang our nuts together again and we'll see what we can come up with. And
Oh, okay. I haven't got any. I'll go and buy some M&Ms. Oh, right. Okay. Yes. Lovely. Noggins.
wow, got me worried there.
Got me worried.
Oh, do you know what? That's a
What?
brilliant idea, Jessie. Maybe you should write a poem about you.
He won't. He won't. He won't. That's it. No, nobody ever has.
I'll help.
I
Well-
need somebody to write a poem about me.
I'll have to.
No one loves me. Huh?
I'll have to write one for them and send it on.
Oh, it'll have blooming angels in it if you write it.
You think I think you're an angel?
No, dark angel.
Somebody thinks leading lady.
Dark angel.
Oh, archangel indeed.
Mm.
Yeah, like a beetle now.
Like a what? Beagle. Beagle, as in a dog.
Yeah. The black eyes.
Did you just call me a dog?
Beetle, not beagle.
Oh!
Hello, Jennifer Polonetsky.
Hello, Jennifer. Have you messaged her yet?
No.
Yours, Jennifer, live on air. Here is my disclaimer. John is supposed to be messaging you.
Here's my disclaimer. Okay? I'm not supposed to be messaging you. Jennifer, you're supposed to be messaging me to tell me what dates.
Oh, this is going round in circles, isn't it?
Oh,
Jennifer,
circles and circles and circles.
let us know when you're in the UK, and then John will tell you what airport to fly into and where we're going to meet
Oh,
at some stage.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just flying to JFK. Turn left. come over the bridge.
Actually, probably leaving you to give directions is not the best idea in the world, is it?
It's not really. I mean, it'd be much easier if you to go on Google and ask for the nearest airport to St John's in Lime Street, Liverpool, and it would have told you.
Isn't
But-
St John's a hospital? Mind you. Isn't St John's a hospital? We might need the psychiatric ward after we've spent a couple of hours with you. Take me in, please take me in.
You're okay. Fazakerley has a great psychiatric hospital.
18th to the 23rd. There we go.
I will be in the UK 18th to 23rd of December. Okay, now we got that far. So while we have it this far, Jennifer, what day do you think you will be able to meet up? I mean, there's 5 days between the 18th and 23rd, yeah? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I'm going for the 19th.
Well, she's going to have to let us know because Beth and I are coming up and we're going to have to stay over because it's too far to do in one day.
This meeting is going to be in Liverpool, Christy, in Lime Street, where the train station is.
Anybody and everybody's
You're only
welcome.
away from home, I know.
Yeah, if you can get there, you're welcome.
Right, I'm available on the 19th. Is anybody else?
You're available on the night. You're available every day. Don't pretend like you've got a full
I've
house.
got a lot of work to do, mate.
Don't pretend like you've got a busy, hectic social life. Hang on. Let me look in my file effects. Oh, yes, I have an available window.
You? Oh, yeah. Oh, cheaps.
Right, we'll sort this one out off air. Say good night, John Boy.
Good night, John Boy. Good night, Nina. Good night, Andy.
No, he's
Good
gone.
night, ladies and gentlemen.
He's having a lay down.
It's been a wonderful, really wonderful night. Christine, what's his name again?
Chris. Can you get that wrong?
Oh, thank you all so much for absolutely wonderful night.
Oh, bless.
And I think there's just quite a number of very happy poets out there tonight.
Well, let's hope so, eh? We do our best, don't we?
Yeah.
Can't please everybody all the time, but, you know, we
We,
enjoy it.
we're not even going to try, really, are we?
Not really.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's been lovely. It's been a good evening, and I'm glad I've shared it all with you guys. I don't want to be on my own with him. He's boring, so
Oh.
might as well have been here.
Well, it was great having both of you here tonight for the anniversary. Absolutely brilliant. Thanks a million.
Thank
for your company.
Yes, I endeavour to be here. Come hell or high
We
water.
will do, Christine. Christine's asking for information on, yeah? She might be able to get out, but just let her know, just in case she can, yeah?
Yeah, well, when we know for definite, we'll put something out because anybody and everybody's welcome. So
Oh.
when we've pinned it down to a definite day and a definite place, then yeah, it will be made known.
Absolutely. Nina, have a lovely night. And I'll see you
Thank you.
tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Yeah.
indeedy.
You're an absolute star. Christine, thank you. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everybody that's been involved with the show tonight. It's been a wonderful evening, and I've really enjoyed the last couple of hours.
Good.
So,
Cheered up now.
oh, it has big time. Absolutely big time, without a shadow of a
Good.
doubt. So, we look so forward now to next Sunday already. I was looking forward to the Sunday. Love yous all.
Indeed. Indeed.
Love you to bits. Thanks a million.
You're very, very welcome. Bye, everybody. Take care.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
What can I say, guys? Nina Thilo, and again, brings all the joy to the end of the show, and I love when she does that. I love when the joy is at the end of the show for us all. So guys, thank you all very much for joining me this week, for joining us this week on the Dear John Show. And I look so forward to seeing you all again next Sunday. Mine the pre-Badger, I'm looking forward to seeing you again next Sunday back with us on this. Diane Burgess, good night, God bless you, hon. And thanks a million for your company again. Jennifer Polonetsky, good night, God bless, hon. Enjoy work, because it's your work day, well, it's our sleep night. Enjoy work, and I
I will get in touch with you later on about any arrangements or what arrangements you can come to. Really looking so forward to this. It's been a long time since I've walked away from anything to do something. I'm not really the kind of guy that goes around and steps outside of his comfort zone, let's say. But I'm getting there. I'm really getting there. Guys, love yous all to pieces. Thanks a million once again for a great night. And it's you guys that make this a great show with all the work you give us. Love you all to pieces. Look forward to seeing you on next Sunday on the Dear John Show. Good night and God bless.